why are 21st century competences so important? As countries shift from industrialised to knowledge-based economies, life is increasingly non-routine, problem-based and technology-rich. That's why education systems are moving away from solely content-led approaches and focusing more on helping learners develop a range of competences to cope in a complex world. Just consider the skills citizens need today in order to meet social and professional challenges, ranging from making responsible decisions to support the environment to being able to participate in the digital society or work collaboratively in multidisciplinary teams. To respond to this need, a European framework has been developed, including 8 key competences and various transversal skills for learners' personal development, active citizenship, social inclusion and employment. To learn more about countries' progress in implementing these key competences, the European Commission launched a multi-stakeholder network, KeyCoNet, to review research, conduct case studies and consult stakeholders. So what has KeyCoNet learned? Over the last decade, most European countries have made significant progress in integrating key competences into their national curricula, but fundamental changes to teacher training, student assessment, learning environments and resources are still needed. While education systems are at varying stages of development in this long process of change, no European country has yet fully made the shift towards competence-based education. So how can this shift be made a reality? As with all paradigm shifts, there is not a single easy recipe for each education system to simply follow. However, here are some recommendations which policymakers and school leaders can adapt to suit their particular context and stage of development. Let's first take a look at KeyCoNet's top 5 recommendations at policy level. As teachers play the most crucial role in implementing key competences, resources for their initial training and professional development, including on technology-enhanced learning, should be a priority. Teachers also need opportunities to collaborate with their peers. Expectations about acquiring and developing key competences across the curriculum should be clear and set at appropriate levels for learners. New summative and formative tools to help teachers assess student competences are needed. School self-evaluation to monitor and adjust implementation of key competence reforms, as well as training for inspectors, is also needed. It is important to secure broad stakeholder support for key competence reforms from parents, business and cultural communities and teacher unions, as this will be vital for sustaining political support. Strategic decisions are needed on how to leverage limited resources for investing in professional development and innovative learning environments. So what about schools? What are the top 5 recommendations at this level? Teachers may need time to change their perceptions and develop understanding of competence-based approaches as they integrate new methods such as project-based learning and meaningful assessments. Networking and collaboration among teachers and with local communities are also vital to sustaining school-level reforms. To some extent, classroom environments may be fairly easily changed to support collaborative, project-based work, interdisciplinary learning, or modified school timetables. But investments in new technologies or remodeled facilities may also be needed over the long term. Key competences should be highlighted in school plans, which provide a way to benchmark progress. Qualitative and quantitative data on learner and school performance will help school leaders to identify what works well and where adjustments are needed. In some cases, schools and teachers may have avoided adopting reforms because they are sceptical about the value of the key competence approach. Effective communication, including opportunities for exchange and feedback, will be vital. The European Commission can also support national education systems in their competence-based reforms. Networking across policy, research and practice, sharing of good examples and school twinning activities should be supported. Because key competences represent such a fundamental and deep change to education policy and practice, it will be important to monitor progress in implementation over time. European policy should address how well current competences are preparing students and identify future challenges and needs. Whether you are a regional, national or European policymaker or head teacher, we hope these recommendations will guide you in making competence-based learning a reality. You can access the summary and full recommendations report from the KeyCoNet website.